5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Are you a fan of video games? Do you enjoy half-thought-out battle plans? Are you a fucking moron? Well, then you're in the right place. Grab a controller and watch your back because the team Killing Glitchtards have just entered the chat. Oh, yeah, that's right. Just as Frank almost murders my dog.
The cat would attack him.
Oh, just as Frank almost has Cooper murdered by proxy. Here we are for another wonderful episode of the Team Killing Glitchtards. My name's Josh. I'm here today, clearly, as I said, with Frank. I said I'm here today with Frank.
What?
Jesus, you didn't have to blow out their ears. Anyways, if you like listening to us talk about things that aren't video games or whatever,
nope.
You can go to our website at GameRageMagazine.com and you can listen to everything that we do there. There are multitudes of podcasts. You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. You can follow us on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. And today we're going to be continuing to talk about the Mass Effect series, and particularly Mass Effect 2. And I don't know why, but I guess I had already put down another Mass Effect 2 title in the thing, and it was Mass Effect 2, now with more mass, featuring less effect. But I think the one we came up with is better. Yeah. So, anyways, that was the alternative episode, just so you guys know. Anyways, Mass Effect 2. So we ended talking about our last episode with talking about Mass Effect 1 and the introduction essentially to the game and everything, and all the hours that we spent basically dumping into Mass Effect. So the original. And now that Jesus Christ, cat. Now that we have dumped all that time, essentially, tens of hours into basically completing Mass Effect 1, then we get hit with, just a couple of years later, we get the wonderful sequel to that known as Mass Effect 2. And Mass Effect 2 came out January of 2010. That was the one that I pre-ordered that. I don't remember if there was a special. I think there was a special edition for that one.
I don't think there was.
If I remember right. I feel like there was. But either way, I do remember pre-ordering that at fucking, of course, GameStop. And it was just a great experience playing Mass Effect 2. The lead up to it of just the anticipation, and especially when we came into the game and you could import your fucking character.
Which I was about to jump on the table.
Or not. And also they did make some gameplay changes to this. And before we get into that, though, I guess the main theme of the game was we got introduced to the Collectors, which were essentially an alien race, like an insectoid, I guess is the right word, maybe, an insectoid-like alien race. And they were basically just snatching motherfuckers up.
Right.
And our main goal was to be Commander Shepard and to put together an elite team to go on a suicide mission to stop the Collectors.
Yep.
And
well, man, the game starts off with your old ship fucking being blown up and you dying.
Yeah, basically that was I wasn't getting there yet, but one of the things that was great was utilizing the completed game save from the previous game. All of your choices from the game, there were many choices that affected what would happen in this game, number 2.
They tried doing that with KOTOR 2, but the technology wasn't there.
It just wasn't quite there yet, and that game was ahead of its time. But this was where they truly fucking finished that and made it worthwhile. One of the other things that they did was they really emphasized the third person shooter aspect of the game, and they basically
refined it.
The what?
They refined it.
Yeah, they refined it. They made it so that there was limited ammunition. You had regeneratable health. And they also made optional missions that were just as much as effective as or intense as the main missions, right? The score was fucking great. All kinds of good shit. And now we did have a bunch of DLC, which we'll get into probably after we go over the main storyline. But basically, yeah, as Frank got into, you basically start off with your ship from the last game getting fucking destroyed.
The Normandy SR1.
The Normandy SR1 is just fucking destroyed. And this is...
Okay, so... Quick question.
Okay.
Who is the better heartthrob?
All right.
Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds?
Honestly, I don't really like either of them.
What the fuck?
To be honest with you, if I'm calling him a heartthrob, like...
That's just a term.
Okay, what does that mean then? Like, what's that?
The fucking one that everybody loves.
I don't think either of them belong in those categories.
Loved.
I don't think that either of them belong in any of those categories at all.
You're fucking wrong.
Anyways.
You're super fucking wrong.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm right. Right is
Why
rain.
do you hate Ryan Reynolds?
I don't like either of those guys.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you, why do you hate Ryan Reynolds?
I just don't like him. Just something about his face. I don't know what it is. It's, you know what it is? It's the disingenuousness of him trying to be like the everyman, but you're not, man. You're just not. You're not. You're a rich guy. You don't equate with me, all right? Don't pretend like you want to give me lower cost wireless service just because you're being a nice guy, all right? I don't fucking believe that. Sorry. Anyways, that's a tangent. Why the fuck did you ask me that for?
Because we were talking about it.
Oh, what does that have to do with fucking Mass Effect?
What does anything we talk about have to do with Mass Effect?
Oh, a lot of things. I thought you were going to ask me which was a better heartthrob, fucking Commander Shepard or fucking some other guy. Anyways, so as we said, they get attacked and they get fucked up. And essentially, Shepard dies at the beginning of the game. Like,
yep.
you die.
You get jettisoned into space.
Yep. You get ejected into space and you die. And Cerberus, which is an outside corporation, basically, or an organization, basically starts this thing called the Lazarus Project, which the whole point is to bring Shepard back to life. And it takes a couple of years, but basically Shepard wakes up and you end up escaping from a research station that is getting attacked by some mechs. And that's when you meet, Jacob and Miranda.
And yeah, that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
You mean the other guy when he dies?
Yeah, but then they bring
voiced
you
by the same guy that voiced Solid Snake.
Oh yeah, David Hayter.
Yeah.
And then you go and you meet up with the Elusive Man, and this is where the Elusive Man is introduced.
Well, it's also where you find out that Cerberus.
Right. It's an other outside organization. It's not.
Which you do run into them in the first game.
A little bit, yeah. And so basically, the Elusive Man tells you about how, man, these collectors have been going and collecting all these, or they don't know it's collectors yet, but entire populations of human colonies have just disappeared and we don't know what the fuck. So like, we're out there trying to figure out what it is. So Shepard goes to figure it out, and that's when he meets Tali, or reintroduces with Tali.
Yeah, when they go to New Horizons or some shit.
Yeah. And so they basically figure out that... The fuck are you doing?
Trying to piss them off.
Is that pissing her off, or is she fucking...
She doesn't know what the hell's going on. She doesn't understand wet cold.
I guess, yeah. And so basically they figure out that the Reapers are working by proxy through this alien race called the Collectors.
I'm just trying to give her some water because apparently she's fucking thirsty.
Yeah, serious. This is a different kind of thirst she has. So the elusive man kind of tells everybody that the collectors reside out in the distance past the furthest relay. No ship has ever returned from there. So he says, hey, you got to figure this shit out.
Was it the Omega 4 relay?
Yeah. And so then Shepard's also given a new starship, the Normandy SR2, which our good buddy Joker is the pilot of once again. And it has, this is where we also get introduced to Edie, which is the AI.
Yeah.
Edie's the new onboard shipboard AI, which Joker, which is illegal. And Joker actually hates it at the beginning, but then kind of marries it towards the end.
No, that's in the third.
Yeah. Well, that's true in the third. So, basically, then we get into and that's where you meet up with Morden.
Well, no, you get to choose between 3 missions to recruit, because your whole point is to recruit the team.
Yeah.
So you have to either go to Morden. On Omega, you get to choose to either recruit Morden or recruit Archangel,
which was Garrus.
Yes,
as it turned out.
And then if you had the DLC at the time, you also got to pick up Zaid and Kasumi.
Yeah.
But for them, you didn't have to do a mission. You just had to show up and talk to them for 2 seconds.
Right. So you can recruit all of them, though. You can recruit Morden, Garrus, Jack, and Grunt is the Krogan.
Isn't that part? Yeah, that's part of the first round. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then once you do that, then you get the help of the elusive man tells you basically there's another human colony that's under attack right now. So Morden has been studying collector biology, and you go there and you kind of help out, but you can't stop all of them from getting captured. So Shepard then the second round recruits Tali, Thane, and Samara. And then you get sent out to explore this disabled collector ship. And that's when Shepard figures out that they were Protheans. They were another previous race.
When they boarded the ship.
Yeah. And they basically got turned into slaves by the Reapers. Shepard also figures out how to bypass the Omega 4 relay and ends up getting ambushed by the collectors again. So they escape, but they're pissed at the elusive man because he knew about this.
Yeah.
He knew this was a setup and didn't bother to tell them. So Shepard ends up going and he gets this IFF device from a derelict old Reaper.
Yeah.
And he basically uses it to travel through the Omega 4 relay safely.
That question is never answered. What killed the Reaper?
That's true. Yeah, they never do. They never do answer that. So he also gets a disabled Geth that, if activated, it's Legion. If you activate him, it becomes Legion, who joins your squad.
Yep.
And which was also kind of cool as well. Then basically Shepard and everybody.
Before that.
Yeah.
Because this is where it's introduced to loyalty missions.
Right. Yeah. This game introduced that, right?
Yeah. There was a bit of it in the first one. If you go to these missions where you hunt down the Geth in a certain region, and you're able to download some data, and you can give it to Tali to finish her pilgrimage.
Right.
And then Rex, you can go find his family's armor.
Yeah.
Garrus, there was a Dr. Hart that he had to go hunt down that was the one that got away from him.
Uh-huh.
And then there wasn't any for Asher Kaden because one of them dies.
Yeah, okay.
And then there wasn't one for Liara either.
Right.
So it wasn't necessary to
complete them, right? Yeah.
To complete the mission or anything. For this, if you didn't do it, they died.
Oh yeah, they died in the suicide mission.
Yeah.
Which, of course, on my first playthrough of it, I fucking didn't know that because I'm an idiot. And I only did Garrus's. I didn't do most of them.
It didn't guarantee their death. It was a point system.
Yeah, and then you had to have sent them to the right spots.
You had to pick the right people, the right time, and the right spots.
Right.
So but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But But the thing that was cool also that I also introduced was counter loyalty missions.
Right. Okay.
So what was it? So say you did Miranda and Jack.
Yeah.
Once you do Jack's mission, once you find out what Cerberus did to her and all that shit,
Yeah.
she goes and has a fight with Miranda.
Right. Okay.
Now, if you don't have enough Paragon or Renegade, you could potentially, you're most likely going to lose one of their loyalties.
Yeah.
And the same thing happens with Tali and Legion.
Yeah.
Legion's trying to steal information. She wants to kill it. But yeah, so not only can you gain loyalty, but you can also lose it in those specific ones.
Yeah.
But they had a red rocket again.
Oh, did you have more to say, or was
No, I
that
was
it?
just talking about the suicide missions.
Yeah. So, basically, just to finish the overarching, storyline or whatever, they basically use it to reach this collector base, which is at the Galactic Center, and they essentially, your squad mates are either going to live or die based on the upgrades that you made to the Normandy, their loyalty, and then the tasks that you give them. So like you said, it's like that point system. So basically, Shepard discovers during this mission that the collectors have been constructing a new human Reaper like thing made from genetic material of the abducted colonists, right? So
It's funny too. One of the weapons you can get is the M90 Cane, which was a nuke.
Oh yeah.
It's like you use it once and then it takes like 3 or 4 missions to cool down.
Yeah.
And if you save it for the final mission and if you time it just right, you can one-shot the boss.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
One-shot that Reaper.
That's pretty dope. So basically, you destroy the machine and you're gonna destroy the collector base, and the elusive man proposes that you sterilize the base with a timed radiation pulse so that the collector's technology can be used so they can keep it and use it against the reefers.
Or you bomb it.
Yeah, or you bomb it and destroy it. Yeah. And so Shepard kills the awakened human Reaper and escapes with whoever survives in your squad. And so if no squad goes, then Shepard dies.
So, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So, first part is you have to choose who's going to lead the secondary team.
Right.
For that, you need to choose either Garrus, Miranda, or I think Zaid.
Uh-huh.
And then you got to choose a technician that has to crawl through the ducts.
Yeah.
And deactivate the doors as he goes along.
Right.
It's either Tali or Legion, and I always go with Legion because it's a heat thing, so the robot should be better able to survive that.
Yeah.
I always chose Garrus to lead the second unit, and then what's the next choice after that? That's when you have to rescue the. We didn't even talk about the second time the ship got boarded.
Oh yeah.
They get boarded, and the majority of all your crew gets taken.
It's captured. Yeah.
So here, that's the fucking funny part too. Is if you go around and continue doing side quests and missions, half your crew dies. If you go right away after them, you rescue the whole crew.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. So yeah, this is where you find the crew, and so you're able to rescue them or not, depending on what your choice is made.
Right. Yeah.
So you have to send someone back to the Normandy to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the point where you're supposed to choose. If you lose loyalty for somebody, send them because they will make it and they won't die in the final battle because even though they lost loyalty.
Right.
I just sent Jacob because he's fucking useless.
Yeah.
What do I call it? So then you have to choose someone to lead the team again, and then you got to choose somebody with biotics to make a barrier for you.
Yeah.
And that's always, for me, it's always been Samara because she's the strongest one. It's either her or Jack.
Yeah.
Even though Jacob and Miranda, I think Miranda could do it too, but Jacob, I think, will die if you do him. And then again, for the second one, I chose Miranda.
Yeah.
I took Garrus with me.
Right.
What else? What's the third option? So the third option is who you're going to take with you to fight the final boss.
Right, yeah.
Now, in this one, if you take all the heavy hitters with you, people die.
Yeah.
Even if you do everything else perfect. So the heavy hitters are Zaid, because of the DLC, it adds more points that you can have. So it makes it easier to make the right choice.
Yeah.
So there's Zaid, Grunt, Garrus, and there's somebody else. But anyway, those three are the main heavy hitters. If you take two of them with you, people are going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take Garrus and Tally.
Yeah.
Because then I'd rather die.
Yeah.
But after that, yeah, it goes like you said.
Right. So, basically, after you do that mission, we'll probably go deeper into that in a second. But basically, you destroy that, go back to the Normandy, you tell the elusive man, get fucked.
Either get fucked or we got to work together.
Yeah. So,
Which either option, that's one of those choices that doesn't matter.
right, true.
Because either way, they're the enemy in the third game.
In the third game. And so then Joker shows up with this schematic of this Reaper. And in the final, I think it's the cutscene after the credits. Mm-hmm. It's one of those ones where it basically shows the Reapers in dark space and they like awaken.
Yeah.
And they basically just like start heading towards fucking our galaxy, that's how the game fucking ends. Yeah, I fucked up on that on the last mission. Like I
did. I was perfect.
Oh yeah, of course you were. I was not. I fucking got everybody killed. I got fucking Zaid killed. I got fucking let's see. I think was Tally for me? Was she in the next game?
Yeah, she was, because you killed her in the third game.
That's right. I did kill her in the third game. I think I killed Legion in that game because I don't think he was in there. The only people.
There's a copy of him in the third game.
Oh, that's right. That's right. There was a copy. Yeah. So, but I killed him for sure. He died. I think Garrus survived. Grunt survived. And then, fuck, who is the other one? I think maybe, Tally, obviously. And then I think Samara might have lived.
Okay.
And that was it. I think everybody else fucking died that I brought with me.
Right.
And that definitely played and affected my end game for the number 3, because I just didn't have a huge pool of motherfuckers to choose from, because most of them had died. Yes, I got new people that came on board.
Well, out of the first and the second, the only ones you can get is Garrus and Tally. And then plus either Ashley or Caden joins you later on if you don't kill them.
Right, yeah.
But other than that, everybody else is new.
Yeah, well, I took everybody else. Everybody else didn't go, because you didn't have to pick every single person from the team, right?
For the third game?
No, for the second game. Like in that last mission, you didn't have to choose everybody.
I thought you were talking about the third game.
No, I was talking about the last one. Not the last one, the second one. Because you didn't have to choose everybody. You didn't have to pick a spot for everybody, right? Like you could leave some behind, right?
Well, no, they stay behind to give you cover while you fought the boss.
Right, yeah.
That was the final thing they did. And then getting there, you separate into teams.
Right, yeah. So that was fucked. I made bad choices at the end of that game. And I, again, not knowing that it would really affect the outcome of the third game, or really the game options available to me in the third game. Because you did it, like you said, perfectly. So everybody lived. So you had a lot more interactions and a lot more things to do in the third game than I did.
Oh, yeah.
Because I did not do that. Now, you could start up a new save file, and you could they let you, for the third game, they let you make the choices. And I think in the second game too, they allowed you to do that. Like if you hadn't played Mass Effect 1, you could open up a new save file, and the choices that were like the ones that you had to make, I think there was like 5 of them that you had to make to carry on into this new game, in Mass Effect 2, you had to make these 5 choices. And then when you made your new character, if you were going to start a new save of a character that had not been imported from Mass Effect 1.
Yeah, that was it was a special DLC. It was like a little comic book thing.
Yeah.
But the problem with that was it only let you make those 5 changes.
Yeah, that was it.
So you have no idea if you did all the side quests and shit like that doesn't get transferred over.
Right, yeah. It was just the main story points. There's like 5.
Which is why I didn't fuck with it. I was like, nah.
No, I just continued my guy. Like, I didn't even fuck around with it. In 3, I had done another playthrough that let me get all the shit that like you had, because I chose the options that let everybody live, basically. Yeah. In the new, I just transferred my guy, but I just started a new game with the same guy. So like it just, it let me have all the shit, which was cool. Again, so I got to experience it in the 3rd game, but we're not there yet. We're just on number 2 now. So, what'd you think of 2 compared to 1?
Way better. Fucking everything that was wrong with Mass Effect 1 they fixed with 2.
Yeah.
But everything I liked from 1 got eliminated.
Yeah, true.
It was no longer a deep RPG.
Yeah, it was more of a third-person shooter with RPG elements.
Yeah.
Which I liked better. Because, that's what I like. So one of the things that came, there was a legendary edition for, I'm sorry. I'm fucking making that up. A bunch of different DLC got released for it. Now, some of it came with the game when you opened it. And one of the things that was really cool was the Cerberus network that they had.
Yeah, that was cool, but it didn't last long.
No, it didn't. But that was the thing that you got. That's how you got all of the fucking like DLC shit. And so, one of the things when the game launched, it had the Normandy crash site, which you had to have the Cerberus network. It gave you the mission and a couple items, and it was basically you got to explore the crash site of the original of when your original ship gets blown up, right? You got to go back and hit it. Then you got just a couple of days later, they gave us Zaid, which was again you had to have the Cerberus network, but you had you got 2 Zaid missions. You got a new squad new squad member, 1 heavy weapon, and a couple other items. And that's when you got Zaid Masani and his whole story with the mercenary organization of the Blue Suns, right? That was what
gained his power.
Yeah.
Because the game allows you to pick 1 power from your squad mates.
Right.
So you could have picked his, which I think was Incendiary Armor?
I think that was something like that. Incendiary, yeah. Then you got another mission later down the line, which is Firewalker, which was... You got 5 new missions and a couple items.
With the little fucking
and
mini tank.
Yeah, where you had to go explore this thing on some mini tank or a hovering tank or whatever, hover tank. And then we got Kasumi, which was the stolen memory.
Yeah,
which was actually included in the PlayStation 3 version. It didn't come because I played it on Xbox, and so that was included
as the Lord intended.
Yeah, as the Lord intended, playing it on the Xbox. It gave you 2 missions, a squad member, a submachine gun, some other items, and you basically got, Kasumi is as a squad member as a result of that.
And her loyalty mission.
Yeah, and her loyalty mission.
And I think her power was like a shield disruptor.
Yeah, it was something to do with shields. And then you got the DLC, which this was the first like true, I think, proper narrative DLC, which was Overlord. And then
that one fucked me up, man.
Yeah.
That story was fucking brutal.
It gave you 5 missions, some new shit, and it was basically a VI or whatever that was experimental, and it went rogue.
But he wanted to know it wasn't a VI.
Yeah. And then we got what I think is probably one of the coolest ways of... Because Liara wasn't in
the Shadow Broker,
the game.
She was in it, but not
she wasn't majorly. Like she was one of your homies in the fucking first game, and then she goes off to do her own shit.
She doesn't want to help you,
right?
Which in the comic book it explained it a lot, and then you find out that she kept your body from being captured by the collectors,
right? Yeah,
and the person that she's trying to rescue is the person that sacrificed himself to make sure that happened.
Yeah. And so it's Lara the Shadow Broker, where Liara basically becomes the Shadow Broker as a result of this storyline. And so then we got Genesis, which was that comic, which
Yeah.
talked about the original events of Mass Effect 1.
It allowed you to pick the choices.
Right, yes. And then we got in 2011 we got Arrival, which was the imminent invasion of
It was the setup for 3.
3. Yeah, it was the setup. And so one of the things that was kind of cool was
That's where you commit mass genocide / mass war crimes.
Yeah, indeed. And one of the things that was cool was they gave you these like weapon and armor packs too that you could get. So in the collector's edition of the game, it was the digital deluxe or limited collector's edition.
Right.
You got the collector's weapon and armor, which was
the particle beam and that's their stupid husk armor.
Yeah, and then they had the Terminus armor, which was gave you some heavy weapon and some armor, and then you had the Blood Dragon armor,
which was from Dragon Age.
From Dragon Age, which was fucking cool as shit. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
All the full set armor sets were not worth it because
they weren't.
Because you couldn't customize them.
Right.
So at least with the normal N7 armor, you can choose off your play style and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure, it looked cool, but
Yeah. So then they had dropped a couple of alternate appearance packs, so you could put like different outfits for Jack, Thane, and Garrus, and then also
which was
Tali.
necessary for Jack.
Yeah. And then you had ones for Tali, Miranda, and Grunt.
Yeah, but that's when theirs was like fucking armor and shit.
Yeah, which was cool. It did something,
Shut the fuck up, you thirsty cat.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Shit, man. The voice acting in this game was like it was just, again, it was so good. Everything was great. The fucking music was fucking great. The soundtrack or whatever, that was fucking awesome. What were some like standout missions or moments that you had playing Mass Effect 2, if there were any? Shut up. Quiet. Don't look at me. Shh. Anyways.
I don't know. The whole thing was just fucking great. Like, all the missions were so much fun.
Did you have any particular missions that were like maybe your favorite to do? Or
I'm sure if you would have asked me this like 2 years ago and I was still playing them like every day,
yeah,
I could answer. But like right now, I'm drawing a blank because I'm still only on Mass Effect 1 right now.
Oh, and your playthrough of 85 times?
Yeah. I love the Garrus missions. I love picking him up. I love the Tali missions. She would always tell you my bananas. I don't know, man. It's just the whole game just flowed as one for me. It's like everything about it was fucking great.
So far, in terms of like characters, so far from 1 and 2, if you had to pick one favorite character, who you go with?
From 1?
Between 1 and 2, if you had to pick one character that you fucking just was like your favorite.
I can't, dude. I love them all except for Jacob.
All right. Give me your top 2. Can you give me like a top 2?
I guess because of the ride and die, it has to be Garrus and Tali.
All right.
But like every character has every character has redeeming qualities and disagreeing and not so redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one person, that probably Joker then.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Joker is a great character.
Fucking so Seth Green's range.
Yeah, true. I mean, he has the hilarity, comedy, the drama, all that good shit. God damn it, I'm trying to remember who the fuck. Wait, am I on the wrong one?
Maybe. What are you trying to figure out?
No, I was trying to. I can't. Who the fuck? What's his name? Martin Sheen plays the Elusive Man.
The Elusive Man. Yeah, that was also great.
And that was fucking so cool that you had like a top tier
A-lister,
legitimate A-list Hollywood actor in.
Oh, no offense to anyone else. That was also part of the voice cast.
Correct. No offense to anyone, but like that's so far is probably objectively the biggest name in the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Charlie Sheen's dead.
Yeah. And
they made him look like him a little bit too.
Yeah, which was kind of cool. I mean, you also had, Tricia Helfer, who was, She was Edie. She was in
Battlestar
Galactica. She
Yeah, I
was
remember.
6 or whatever.
I mean, I don't get it where people say she has the sexiest voice ever. Like, it was cool, I guess, but like, even in the game, people were talking like, "Oh man, I want to bang that voice."
Yeah, I mean, it was all right, but I don't know. I mean, whatever. And then you had Seth Green, and I mean, you had Steve Blum play
Blum, yeah.
fucking Grunt.
Yeah.
So that's another heavy hitter in terms of voice acting.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of fucking.
He's cool, but he's no Johnny Young Bosch. Look at me, he's really cool, but he's not Johnny Young Bosch.
I mean, I don't even think Johnny Young Bosch is Johnny Young Bosch cool. All right,
I just want with you.
But yeah, man, this game was fucking great. It ate a lot of my time back in 2000 fucking, what did I say when this came out? Fucking 2010, man.
What's the funny thing is like that Arrival came out like right before Mass Effect 3, right?
Yeah, it was like a couple of months, I think, before Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
Which was a great segue into the fucking thing to make the game relevant again, but then also prep you for the next one, which was just
For the Arrival.
yeah. And I mean, shit, this game was cool because again, it came out in like, it was post Christmas. It was like right after the new year, at the end of January, the game came out. So like, I mean, here it was like, it was cold, it was winter.
It was California
Cold, right? But you know, it was maybe a little rainy. It was like the dreary time.
Today was our first 90-degree weather, but right now it's fucking cold.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. But yeah, like it was a good time for the game to come out, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to just chill inside and fucking just go, you know, we go work our fucking bullshit shitty jobs, and then we'd fucking come back and play Mass Effect, like, you know, and just work through this fucking massive story.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was generally closer to the Renegade side. I never went full Renegade or full Paragon ever. I just played it like I would do it in real life.
I can't say that, but I'll just say Tropic Thunder reference.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know. It's a fun game that really makes you think about your morality, especially if you play it like I did, where I would be like, okay, cool. What would I really do in this situation? Right. And
then you see the consequences of your actions.
yeah. And then you're like, oh man, I wish I could take that back, but well, too late. All right, moving on. Like, you know, got to go to the next thing.
Meanwhile, the rest of the world, oh man, I really wish I could take that back. Oh wait, I can't. Back, load. All right, cool.
Nope, not me. I'm just like, nope, I made my choice. I got to live with it now. So
You live with it.
yeah, you live with it. But a lot of good memories in Mass Effect 2. To me, which what we're going to talk about on the next episode, I still think that Mass Effect 3 is the most impactful game, at least to me, just because of the finality of it. And oh man, just like you were saying on the Anime Syndicate, we earned the right to have this mean something.
Right.
Where people who didn't like it and they didn't like the original endings, they didn't earn it. They didn't have to play hundreds of hours of gameplay to get to this point. And so like it didn't mean anything to them. They thought it was a shitty ending.
Yeah.
So, which we'll talk about that more when we do the Mass Effect.
I won't say it was a shitty ending though, but
episode.
It wasn't what they wanted.
Yeah, I get it.
EA rushed it.
I get it. I'm trying to think. Any other thoughts on Mass Effect 2?
Fucking love the game, man. It's just the characters will always fucking be the best part of these games.
Yeah, I think it's truly a character-driven story narrative is really what drives it forth.
Like people always talk about how Metal Gear Solid and basically any Kojima game, it's just a movie with a controller.
Yeah.
If they had these kind of characters, I think that'd be more acceptable.
Yeah.
Because these characters every character except for Jacob was well written.
Yeah, they slap.
Yeah, they're fucking great. And then like, you think about it, like every person that has interacted with you, has been on your squad, goes on to become something big because they follow your example. Fucking Garrus goes to become Archangel, and then the third game he fucking leads. What's wrong? Third foot. He goes on to be like the Reaper advisor for the Turian fleet.
Yeah.
The fucking Liara becomes the shadow broker.
True.
Tali becomes an admiral.
Yep.
Miranda becomes like a hit and run fucking specialist for the fucking against Cerberus.
Yeah.
Jacob goes has a kid, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. No big deal.
Gets shot in the stomach. Ooh, boo.
Ooh, boo-hoo.
Fucking Morton goes back and reactivates his STG team.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Grunt becomes a leader of a special forces unit for the Krogan.
Yeah.
Garrett fucking Rex becomes the main leader of the entire fucking Krogan army.
Yeah, he becomes the president of the general of the Krogan army.
No, not general. He leads the entire race.
Yeah, he's like the president of the Krogans.
Fucking on. Bane finally retires and is able to enjoy his retirement with his kid until he gets killed.
Yeah.
What else? Who else is there? Whoever the two fuckheads that you leave, whoever one of the two fuckheads that lives becomes the second human Spectre.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And then Jack fucking goes from a psychotic fucking mass murderer to fucking will do anything to protect the children that she's teaching.
Yeah, pretty much.
And joins the fucking alliance.
Yeah. Which who knows? Who would have ever thought
Yeah.
that she would have done that?
So I think who else was there?
Let's see.
Zaid still being a mercenary. Kasumi gets her fucking thing, but she still helps you. She's still helping out in the shadows.
Yeah.
Samara is still doing her Justicar shit, but she's still like, she's better for it.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Okay, original game already covered those guys. Mass Effect 2 covered those. And then the ones you pick up in 3 is like, but yeah, my point is like you see these characters become something greater than they are.
Yeah.
Mostly because you're nosy and just want to fix out everybody's issues.
Yeah. Gives you something to do, you know? And yeah, and like you said, the character development of having to gain their loyalty or develop them over this course of this game, they're mission specific, and the missions that you have to do with them that aren't specific to them, I mean, it just develops them throughout the whole time of you playing the game.
Right.
And they evolve essentially.
Yeah.
And even you evolve. You evolve. And what's crazy is, yeah, you're playing Commander Shepard, but at the end of the day, you made Commander Shepard. So you are Commander Shepard. And it's just so crazy that everybody had a different experience playing this game. And you evolve as a character of yourself. You evolve because you start to look at, oh man, the choices that I've made have led to this thing. And then again, like you said, you can go back and change those decisions. But would you? Would you? Because maybe you've become something different now by playing this game. You know what I'm saying?
No, but after every run, yeah.
Right, yeah.
What was that line we were talking about from the Fallout? When you change, when you become a different creature, would you still want the same things?
Yeah, when you become a different animal, would you still want the same things?
Yeah.
Probably not. Who knows? But anyways, Mass Effect 2 just further improved upon an already great game in Mass Effect 1.
It's the opposite with KOTOR, where number 1 was the fucking shit.
And number 2 was just kind of...
But then again, BioWare didn't do number 2. That was
true.
Obsidian.
Yeah.
Who ironically made Fallout New Vegas, which is considered to be the best out of all the Fallout games.
It's funny.
And then Bethesda made the other ones, and everyone says they're cool.
Yeah.
Personally, Fallout 4 is my favorite.
Yeah, Fallout 4 is pretty dope. I have I think I still have the lunchbox from the collector's edition. Why did you scratch that on the fucking
it's the only
microphone?
issue thing I had.
Yeah, well, it's like it just blew out everybody's ears.
So?
Well, oh, Jesus. Yeah, I think I still have the fucking
The lunchbox?
The lunchbox. I still
Vault-Tec
have
one?
from the collector's edition or the limited, whatever it is, from Mass Effect 3. I still have the N7 patch that came. I still have the N7 jacket that I got from the BioWare store when that used to be a thing. Like, they don't have that anymore on there. And I still wear that fucking N7 jacket. And it's
a sweater?
No, it's a jacket. A sweater doesn't have a zipper.
Okay, a hoodie.
Yeah, hoodie. I'll agree with you on that. It's a hoodie. I still, it has like battle damage on the fucking thing because it's so old. Like Like it's survived through. Fuck, man, I probably bought that 15 years ago.
When 3 came out.
Yeah. Oh shit, probably longer than that now.
Yeah, because that was one of the things you can buy for 3 as an in-game cosmetic.
Was the jacket, yeah. Which was like your casual wear. So, but anyways, all right, we got anything else to say about Mass Effect 2?
Nah.
No? All right. Good to go. Anyways, all right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Stay tuned for the next episode where we're going to talk about Mass Effect 3 and finish off the Mass Effect trilogy for Team Killing Glitchtards. And in the future for Team Killing Glitchtards, we have... I don't know how it's going to go exactly in terms of it's going to likely be a series of episodes, but we want to tackle the Assassin's Creed franchise because I mean, I love those games. I know Frank enjoys those games and loves them probably just as much as I do. So we might be able to do like the Desmond, like the trilogy, the Desmond saga or whatever you want to call it.
Maybe Odyssey.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like I definitely one.
Well, all the way to the Desmond. Yeah, I get you.
1 through
all the way to
2 to Revelations, basically.
No, 3. 3 was the last one. 3 is when he dies.
That's right.
So it says 1, 2, 3, but there's for some reason a bunch of games in between them.
It's weird the way they did it. But yeah, we'll definitely do the Desmond saga probably as one episode.
But I say I would do the Odyssey one because that was outside of the Desmond ones. That one was probably my favorite game.
Yeah, Origins, I didn't like that one so much. Valhalla was meh.
It was Valhalla
was a letdown. Yeah, I expected much more from that game, and it just was kind of meh.
And of course, we could tackle the whole toxicity of
the new one,
Black Samurai,
right? Of the new one,
yeah.
And we could, we will be tackling that.
So I play Mirage though.
I haven't played that one either. Yeah. I don't know if I want to because I don't think it was meant to be.
It was a back to form game to go back to the way the old Assassin's Creeds were.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to try it.
The only thing I hate about the new Assassin's Creed games are the fucking leveling system.
Yeah,
there shouldn't be one.
I agree. It should be gone. That's stupid. It's not an RPG.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then we're also going to be doing with special guest Rubidon, whenever he comes back around, we're going to be doing the Halo franchise. Oh, right in the dick. Jesus. And he didn't even move.
This is in the belly.
It was in between his balls and his dick. That's weird. Anyways, basically, we're going to be doing the Halo franchise as well. And I'm trying to think. Right now, that's pretty much all I think we have planned out.
It's Halo and Assassin's Creed.
Halo and Assassin's Creed. But, I mean, there is a multitude of other... We'll probably end up doing a Fallout-specific one just because we've watched the show and that's popular right now. So we'll probably end up doing a Fallout specific one. And but anyways, there's a multitude of games that we play that we will likely be doing. Oh, I want to do a Gears of War one too because man, I love those games as well.
Especially the new one just got announced.
Yeah, which is going to be sweet as shit. And fuck, we might even probably end up doing Call of Duty. We'll probably end up doing fucking Battlefield just to fucking we
probably won't do Call of Duty, but we will do Medal of Honor.
Oh yeah, that's true. The Medal of Honor ones for sure. The modern ones, those are sweet as shit. But anyways, yeah. So stay tuned for those, and they'll be coming in the near future here. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. If you want to check out our shit, you can go to GameRageMagazine.com where you can see all of our multitude of podcasts. The full menu, if you will, is up on our website. All our podcasts are available on pretty much every streaming service that you could have. If you prefer YouTube, every single episode that we have that's under 2 hours is on YouTube, and we are at Game Rage Magazine on YouTube. We're also at Game Rage Magazine on Instagram and TikTok. If you want to go there, you can hear previews for all the episodes and, just look at all the other content we have. If you want to follow, if you like Twitter/X, you can follow us at Game Rage Mag on there. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we will catch you on the next one. Congratulations, you survived another episode of the Team Killing Glitchtards. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. Also, subscribe on Twitter/